Manouk Akopyan. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to our partners, personal injury attorney Nelson Gavorkian.
I have a message for Chris Billam-Smith.
Make sure he can really prepare for the fight. I want to take the belt. We're going to play a great show. For all the fans, all Latino, Mexican people. First cruiserweight champion, unified.
At the press conference, he said he's going to ruin Latino night. What is your message in response to that?
I will make history. Make history, November 16th. I'll take the belt.
Julian, how's Gilberto look?
Great. It's been a long week. He's been training really hard. He's cruising through more rounds than even like we typically schedule at this time. So he's going to be in phenomenal shape. He's going to be ready for this fight, and we're all excited. We can't wait.
Based off of the performance against Gulamarian, where he looked good in his second cruiserweight fight, what are you guys really trying to focus on for this fight?
It's a bit different of a fight. This guy has a little bit different. He's got different strengths, and it's gonna be all about taking away where he's most effective and keeping Gilberto where he's most effective. Which is it's gonna be a little bit different than Arsen. I'm not gonna say too much, but Billam-Smith presents his own set of difficulties, but we're gonna be ready for them. We're prepping to be ready for them.
How have you just overseeing Gilberto's career the last few years? How has it been, just kind of his development? How proud are you with all the adversities also accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, it's all him. You know, it's a massive. I don't want to take more, you know, than it is. But I mean, Zurdo, you know, to come back from what he's gone through in his life, and a lot of people don't even know a lot of the other stuff. You know, I know. You know, it's not my place to tell his business, but I'm not sure I would be able to come back from what he's come back from. You know. Other than that, like with development, it's more about just trusting each other more and more, you know, like certain fights, you know, he could have made easier and stuff like that if he would have listened, and now we're in a place where I feel like our relationship has grown to where he really, you know, we've gone through enough for him to understand, like, you know, to really listen, you know.
This is a fight that sets up so many other big ones for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's Jai Apatayo, who's there, the IBF champion.
That's who we want to fight. Right after this one. I don't want to. I mean, whatever mandatories, whatever. I'd rather go fight Opataya or the WBC guy, whichever one.
Manouk Akopyan, right? He has obviously they're the other two remaining champions. Canelo Alvarez has even said he'll fight cruiserweight one day. He fought Jaime Munguia, a fellow Mexican, earlier this year.
Yeah, we'll
he's running out of opponents. It seems like.
Yeah. We've never turned down anyone with him, you know? Like, everyone used to talk so much about, like, oh, who's he fought, his resume, blah, blah, blah. Look, man, this guy doesn't turn down anyone. He fought Bivol. He fought all the guys they put in front of us at light heavyweight. You know, we fight whoever. They hit Billam-Smith it is. They say Billam-Smith, the champions, then they are who they are. We're not trying to avoid anyone or anything. So I want him to become unified and then undisputed and get the respect he deserves.
What do you think a Canelo fight would look like for him?
I think
a big event, I'm sure.
Big. I think he's too big. I think he's a lot more clever. He's a lot more clever than a lot of people. You know, you gotta really like have the eye to see how like good this guy really is. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a tremendous fight. Canelo has accomplished so much. You know, not knocking anything from him, but you know, I think this is his way.
And lastly, with Billam-Smith, not to give away your game plan, but what are you guys looking to really exploit? What are some of the? I know you study a lot of fights, a lot of tape.
Yes.
What's your assessment of him as an opponent?
He's a very gritty fighter, high volume. They're actually kind of similar in certain ways, but I think that Zurdo's just better in almost every avenue. And but we're gonna keep the fight the way we want to fight. That's it. I mean, he's the kind of guy that's gonna want to impose his will because that's how he fights. And our plan is to, you know, let him fall on his sword when he does. And yeah, I mean that's about it. You know. But other than that, I have a tremendous respect for him. I've watched his coach for a long time. I have a tremendous respect for his coach. Chris Billam-Smith, he's kind of hard not to like cheer for, you know. Not for this fight, obviously, but other fights, you know. He's pulled off beautiful upsets. You know, Lawrence Okoli, a rematch with the guy that beat him before, Richard Rekpori, and so like. That's fucking cool, you know, like that's cool, but
he's a game opponent.
Exactly.
He's a world champion for a reason.
His streak ends here.
There you have it, Julian Chua, world-class renowned trainer, Brick House Boxing Club in North Hollywood, California. Good luck to you guys throughout the rest of training camp.
Thank you, Manouk. 1, 2, 3, under. Turn your shoulders.
Rami, number 16.
All the way through.